worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
It worked. Like,
obviously,
we're so surprised like how well it actually worked with the new technology we're having today. Like, just being able to do this is amazing for us.
And it looks awesome.
It looks amazing. It's really nice. Also the details here, like with a little bit dust is flying up. Oh, we have first fight contact here.
That poor guy just wanted to take a pee in the bushes.
So we're infiltrating a dynasty base taking place in Iceland.
Yeah.
So I landed like with 4 soldiers and try to find maybe the base or something else players.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, okay. Is there also multiplayer here, or?
Yeah, so the game is planned to have 2 campaigns, one for the GDF and one for the Dynasty, and also launching with a full multiplayer with 3 playable factions.
Oh, awesome.
And with rank play too.
What is the 3rd faction? Can you already tell us that?
We can't really tell you that right now. We are saving that for later.
I see. These are the good questions that developers can't answer right now. But yeah, I see why. And there are there are many red barrels standing right there. Maybe it's stupid to set up a base so close to red barrels.
Yeah, put your tanks close to it.
Yeah, the Dynasty wasn't ready for this attack.
But they'll not be there in the final cut of the game, will they?
There might be some here and there, but for this demo we wanted to show you a bit more than you may usually see in the first mission. Just like to give you some more than just a few units, but actually giving you a bit more in-depth look on our units and how the gameplay is gonna be also throughout the campaign.
I see, okay.
I like also the drones here, looks like really future, man.
Yeah, so that's our drone operators, the small guys with the pistols. They have a drone, they deploy, and it works as an anti-tank unit.
Ah, okay. So if the drone is shooting down, they get a new one, or should I need a new unit for that?
They will recharge over some time, and then we'll launch a new one.
Siblek asks, can you play this with a controller though? I don't think so.
No, we don't currently have controller support, unfortunately.
It's difficult for RTSs to do controller support, isn't it?
Yeah.
The controllers are not ready.
Yeah.
Not the games. So I see like the Steam controller, you can play every game with a mouse.
Oh.
You have like touchscreen on the controller.
I see, yeah.
Or the Steam Deck, I don't know, but Steam Deck is like going for RTS games anymore every day. So maybe this will be in the future a good way for that.
There's some red barrels you can shoot here.
Oh, yeah. But it's okay, so it's fine.
Don't
and
you
I get a tank, yeah!
Oh,
Yes.
now you get a tank!
So now, since we destroyed the SAM site, we are able to have deployed some more units. So what we're seeing here is our medium tank, or hunter tank as it's called in the game. Just it's a normal tank like we know from many RTS games, like your standard units. Then we have our specialist, the one on the right side of him. So we have these kinds of specialists. These units have specialized areas. For instance, this is our riot medic. So he specializes in suppressing and healing units on your team.
Okay,
these kinds of units you cannot have like 100 of. Or like a large amount of them. They're more reserved to being like a few units you have, so that you don't like spam any like.
They're also like paper, stone.
Yeah, we're definitely going for that like rock, paper, scissor model of doing gameplay, where units are not like completely overpowered, but they are helpful in certain situations. So having a roster of a lot of different units is better than having a lot of one unit.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart game development.
So it's not only building tanks and you can win easily. It's like more like you need a good mix up from everything here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will there be any sea and naval units, someone asked in the chat?
Currently we don't have planned any naval units in the game.
Okay.
But we have, of course, vehicles, infantry and aerial.
And aerial units as well?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Also like a hero unit?
That's the specialists we're having.
Ah, yeah, okay.
They're not a hero as like we might know from some other RTS games, but they kind of work as an infantry unit, so they're still a bit squishy and not like specialized in that way that you have a certain character with name. It's more like, oh, this unit just has a little bit more abilities than the others.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
So like a sniper
Yeah.
who's coming from back and can shoot single units.
Yeah, for example, yes.
The game, you establish it already, is a nod to the old Command & Conquer franchise. But what does it improve on in contrast to the old Command & Conquer games?
So one thing we're doing is, for example, the specialist having that more specialized units. We also have tiers going up where like units will change considerably. There will be more experimental units, giving more special abilities and special tactics you have to employ to play the game.
Okay, I see.
Other than that, we also have a sort of RPG element to the game.
Oh.
So when we were in the briefing scene with our Commander Fisher, we had the ability to choose upgrades.
Yeah, he asked me some question, I can answer like a 6 answer race. Also ask specific questions to the crest, so he's like helping and all the stuff, right?
Sorry, can I?
He asked me some questions, I can have many answer possibilities.
Yeah. So, like, for instance, the briefing scene also contains these multiple branching questions you can ask them, just to give you some idea of what kind of mission you're going into, what you should be prepared for. Also some lore stuff in there to figure out how the GDF, for example, views the Dynasty, and how the Dynasty in their campaign, you'll hear how they think of themselves and think of the GDF. We're not going for a good guy versus bad guy. It's not like Dynasty is the ultimate the bad guy, or the GDF is the ultimate good guy. It's kind of a gray zone because they're fighting over this resource and they have their own reasoning for that. That makes sense, like for them, and you will get to know that when you play the game.
Okay.
Is there like a special resource I need to build units?
So right now we're just here we're just showing off the units. You can like go around, destroy some stuff and like here. But in the next clearing you will get to, we'll see some base building.
Sure.
Okay, it will also be a great part of the game, I imagine.
Yeah, it's one of our focus areas, getting that base building also down. Just like having a campaign from the old games, like you go through with some units and destroy some things, and then you can get to have your base, establishing it, getting into the enemy territory.
Yeah, here's someone asking what I do at the first KKND Crossfire. It's like it feels like a little bit like that. The graphic style is really insane, but KKND was like with aliens. I think you don't have aliens at all, or?
No.
But they may be coming.
But this looks like here's some alien stuff or something like that.
So that's the Tempest route, the resource they're fighting over.
Oh.
So after the nuclear war, like the Earth began to crack with these big cracks opening and these vines coming up, growing these fruits on them, which turned out to be an extremely high source of energy that they are wanting to get the control over. And that's the whole conflict of the game, like getting this resource and having control over it.
Okay, but yeah, understandable. Everyone wants that resource to be stronger. What can you do with that resource? Just for war purposes, or?
So the GDF is a utilitarian kind of a faction. So they see it as a way to solve the energy crisis after the World War.
That's honorable.
Yeah, while the Dynasty, which is the eastern part of Europe and Asia, the parts that's been most hit by nuclear fall and where most of the Tempest grew up, see it more as their birthright, since like they suffered so much from the nuclear war. They see these Tempest vines growing in their land as a birthright, so they have a more spiritual connection to the Tempest.
Ah, okay.
I see. That's what you meant by everyone has their reasons
Yes.
to get those. Let's talk a bit about the combat itself. Audrey, _lol asks, holy cow, this looks responsive in terms of damage. RTSs normally suffer from a kind of spongy health problem. So the fights here, are they a bit longer in contrast to other RTSs, or?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It always depends on like what units you bring to the fights, because there is that rock paper scissors. Some units can like destroy other units pretty easily, while like if you go in for an infantry unit, like the rifleman we're having, up and against an attack, it will take a long time for him to destroy that tank.
Oh, like also the animations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So-
really pretty. So getting everything.
Yeah, our cute little harvester. So
And they have also energy bar, how much they got.
yeah, showing how much they have before
That's
they go back.
cute.
And you
Like
can
the
also
little
see.
details.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also see on the refinery it has a bar for how much Tempest you have in your economy. If you reach the top, you need to
put
like
a
build
silo
more,
already.
build more silos to have more resources.
So we need a barrack so we can make some units, I think.
That's awesome.
Oh, and we have also a defense button. Okay, so we have like categories.
Yes, so we have like buildings, defenses, infantry, vehicles, and aerials. Buildings and infantry are unlocked through other buildings, so you need like, for instance, to get like a Gatling gun turret, you need the barracks before you can build that. The game also features like asymmetry between the two factions.
Okay.
So like that's both in like the unit rosters, how they work. For instance, our rifleman, the most basic unit we have for GDF, it's a long range. They're a bit more expensive than the Dynasty counterpart, but the Dynasty counterpart can make a lot of them, but they have a shorter range.
Okay, so you're telling all about the asymmetric faction design, the intricacies of combat. How difficult is it to, well, balance this game? Because you've got the PvP matches as well, and you need to, well, think about that not one of the factions is overpowered.
Yeah, so it's always a constant battle, like tweaking values here and there, trying to figure out like what's the best way of doing it. We have Wayward Strategy, one of our game designers, a known blogger within the RTS space, helping out on the game. He knows a lot about like balancing and unit rosters and getting that asymmetry just to be correct, so that it's not overpowered for anyone, but there's still some differences in how you play the different factions to overcome.
Can you already tell us, because you talked about the riflemen of the GDF and the Dynasty, can you talk about the riflemen from the third faction? No, you can't, can you?
No, I can't. I really can't.
I'm so curious about it, but
You'll
well,
have to wait later.
I don't want to wait. I'm like the chat. I'm one of you guys, chat. I'm doing the best I can. But this game is Tempest Rising for you, for the ones of you asking what game this is.
The already release date or some like a demo or something like that stuff?
So right now we only have planned for it to be released in 2023.
Yeah, okay.
We don't have a specific date yet, but always be on the lookout. You can already wishlist it on Steam, of course.
Wishlist games, guys. Wishlisting is a hell of a help to developers, and it just costs you like 2 clicks.
Yeah.
So that's that. How many?
There are also 2 buttons, so you can make favorite, and you can put it on a wish list. On a wish list, you get a mail when it's coming out, a rebate or something.
Yeah.
And the other one is, if it's come out, you get it automatically pushed to the front of your Steam page. So who's helping?
And Steam also pushes games that are wishlisted more. That it pushes them to the front page, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
We also have a Discord channel if anybody is up for getting into the community for Tempest Rising.
Nice call. Where do you get? Where do they get the link to the channel?
It's called Tempest Rising. I am not quite sure where we have the link, but I will be sure to get that for you.
But it'll probably be found on the social media of yours.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You can go into the Steam page and like on the sidebar we have like socials. There is the Discord channel as well.
Awesome.
So I built the uplink. It's like for
It's for
some new stuff.
It's for unlocking new units to your roster in the infantry, for example, here. And also some buildings like defenses. You will get a rocket turret, a mortar turret, actually.
A Sagbag asks, oof, I can imagine this in the competitive scene. Are there already plans for the competitive scene? Is there any way of you to push?
It would unlock, it would be released with rank play as well.
With ranked play, okay.
Nice.
So like, yeah, we just wanna make a game for like the old school guy who like the old RTS games, but with the new features that come out with new RTS games like rank play and like get that going for everyone as well.
That's awesome.
And some control support for like macros and stuff like that on your keyboard.
Yeah, chat, you'll see that you will lose a lot of time playing this game once it comes out. Because many of you, I see you, are already writing like, "Boy, it looks awesome, nice game, I can't wait to play it." Oh, are you getting wrecked right now?
It's looking okay. I tried to overdrive them, and I think it works.
So you have destroyed all the SAM sites around the area. So on the left bar, you see like this small red marker.
Yeah.
That's an airstrike. Since you have destroyed the SAM sites, you can now call in an airstrike to destroy the gate.
Okay.
So
Let's
come
see.
in here in a minute.
In a minute?
Oh, in a second, sorry.
In a minute?
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. But now I get wrecked.
You also...
Now you get
But I
wrecked.
already placing some new units,
Nice.
so it's not that problem. But we need some more tanks, maybe. And I built too much medics, I think.
Game, please. It's Tempest Rising, guys. You can have a look at the schedule as well if you want. ! schedule to then see what time is it and so see what game we're playing right now. Every time that you see there is set in CEST. Schedule is written SCHEDULE. Not like that, Roger.
Oh, I think I have an energy problem. My towers are offline.
Yeah, so you probably will need to make some more power plants.
But they don't need any resources, right? It's like atom energy or something like that.
Yeah, it just counts
spins
up as
around the atom energy.
This stream gets uploaded. I think it'll be live this evening after we've done all of the streaming for today. And you can watch it as a VOD on Twitch or on YouTube. You can pick your poison. I'm just happy to see that. No, that wasn't what I wanted to read. How challenging is the hard difficulty in comparison to CNC games?
Is it like more sandbags if I go too easy? And the red barrels, I mean?
Of course, like there will be more units and it will be stronger against you. But like how exactly we are treating the difficulty between like easy, normal, and hard, we haven't like really fleshed out yet, so I can't really go into much detail there.
Okay.
We are more focusing on the core gameplay for now.
Yeah, sure.
Focusing on core gameplay, maybe that answered my following question, but will there be a map editor? Some people ask.
I can't really disclose that if there's going to be a map editor, but we do know how important that is for RTS games. So we of course have that in heart, but I can't really tell you if we are going to launch or have it in the game.
But you grinned when I asked you, so maybe it'll be there, guys. Just read his facial expressions. How far away are we from winning this scenario? Because we are out of time now and we need to come to an end concerning this slot.
I think I can overrun them now. It should be the last objective, right?
Yeah, the last objective, destroying the enemy construction yard.
Awesome. While you do that, thank you very much for both of you coming in here, joining me on this comfortable couch.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Jakey.
Thank you.
If you want to know more about Jakey, you can use the command !Jakey. That's JAKEEY. Just like that.
JKAAI.
And
oh
then
yeah, it's in English. It's A and I is